Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Gauri Apte and I'm the founder of Fertili Health. Today we're going to talk about infant and toddler sleep training or sleep coaching. And for that, we have with us Vardayini Gorhe. Vardayini is an
Hi.
internationally certified pediatric sleep consultant. Hi, Vardayini.
Hey, hi, Gauri.
All right, Vardayini. So let's just get started. Let's start with the basics. So, what is sleep training and why do I need to sleep train my baby?
Okay, so basically, sleep training means helping your baby to fall asleep independently.
Mhm.
That means it could be without the usage of regular props. Like, say, for example, most of the babies are nursed to sleep,
Hmm.
or they probably fall asleep with the bottle, or they're
Okay.
probably rocked or patted to sleep. All these are props, and this
Mhm.
that means the baby is dependent on you.
Hmm.
But babies usually, when they are around 4 months, 6 months, they actually can fall asleep independently by themselves. So you don't
Okay.
actually need to, they don't need to be dependent on anyone. So that's basically what sleep training is. You train the baby to sleep independently without usage of props or without anyone being around.
Okay, that sounds good. And I think an important point to make here is also that if babies learn to sleep independently, does that, would you say that also improves their quality of sleep or, their duration of sleep?
Yeah.
How does that?
Yes, definitely. Because, like I mentioned, the usage of any form of props. See, the baby is kind of, they link or they associate sleep to that prop.
Hmm.
So, if they wake up after like a sleep cycle, which usually is very short for babies compared to adults, so
Mhm.
they probably wake up within 2 hours, half an hour, that kind of
Right.
that process, that kind of a time frame, and they do not find the prop around.
Mhm.
So, for example, if it's the bottle, or if the baby is breastfed, then the mother is not around. So they kind of again start to demand the same prop to
Right.
fall back to sleep. So that's the association they make. So yeah, definitely sleep training does mean that you train the baby to fall asleep independently and fall back asleep independently
Mhm.
once they wake up in the middle of the night.
Okay, that's great. The reason I made this point is because mom guilt is real, right? So whenever
Yeah.
new parents do anything that's either unconventional or something that the
Yes.
previous generation hasn't done, there's always this think about, is this in my baby's is this like self-interest or is this in my baby's best interest? And, I again
Right.
want to say to all the moms out there that it's completely okay to do some things just for yourself,
Absolutely.
but this is also good for your baby.
Yeah, totally, totally. I mean, that's something what, yeah, like you said, moms firstly they need to know that, because
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's not like most of them do not cry for hunger. It's for the comfort, because like I
Right.
said, the association and the comfort linked to, say, the milk or like the bottle or the nursing.
Right.
It's just about that. So
Yeah.
there shouldn't be any guilt of like not
Yeah.
being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was gonna crying was kind of going to be my next question. That
Right.
the big thing with sleep training is often when you hear sleep training, it's like, okay, cry it out. Just letting your baby cry themselves to sleep. So what do
Yeah.
you say to that?
So sleep training doesn't definitely mean just cry it out. Okay, when you're training a baby to sleep, you need to offer a very calm environment first of all. So the anxiety from the mom, or the environment should be very calm. So that's
Right.
one way to train the baby to fall asleep by themselves. So if
Mhm.
the environment is quiet, calm, or some soothing music, anything that it would make the environment suitable for the baby to sleep.
Right.
So crying is, yeah, definitely it could be a part of training the baby to sleep independently, but it's not like you leave the baby in stress and the
Right.
baby is falling asleep by themselves. It's not that. But of course, crying is probably the only way the baby can convey some form of
Sure.
protest. That's
Yeah.
one thing, because they actually do not, they're not used to
Right.
sleeping like that. So of
Right.
course, initially there'll be a bit of crying, but it won't be like you leave the baby and just not attend to it if they are crying out of
Right.
distress.
Right.
So yeah, definitely sleep training does not mean you're leaving the baby in distress and like just letting the baby cry it out. There are many more gentler methods
Okay.
that are used with babies in order to help them fall asleep independently.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great. I think the one other question that some of our followers sent in, and also that we wanted to address, was what is the right age to sleep train babies,
Mm, yeah.
and is there a right age?
Like I think any baby who's 4 months or 4 to 6 months should be, that's a good, time to start training the baby, like four to
Okay.
six months age group, because once they're six, they slowly, start to drop the night feeds
Hmm.
because they have started solids and like, they it's a the like it's a right age, like when you see them grow at that age. 4 to 6 months is the time when they start to drop the night feeds,
Right.
so that kind of links to even longer sleep hours in the night. So again, when the babies are dropping the night feeds, of course, sleep training will help them sleep even longer. So
Okay.
I guess 4 to 6 months is a good age to start sleep training. Yeah.
Okay. And so now that we know that the ideal age is 4 to 6 months, but some parents may have missed that bus, and
Yeah.
now they have toddlers with sleep issues on their hands. So
Yes.
is it possible to train toddlers as well?
Yes, definitely. Again, like at any age, I guess it's good. You could use any form of sleep training methods, but as the baby grows older, they kind of become a lot more aware about, say, themselves or the parents or the surroundings, or like they start begin to protest much more because they start realizing a lot of things.
Right.
So yes, it could get difficult,
Mhm.
but I think another positive part is verbal communication gets easier as they grow older.
Sure. Right.
So, like, when the parents communicating certain things verbally, like, say, for example, now it's sleepy time, or like, now we need to go to sleep. So,
Right.
try and, comfort them through verbal communication. It gets easier when
Right.
they
They
are older.
understand more, or they
Yeah.
can.
Correct. So probably some bits could be like, okay, they may protest more, but
Mhm.
on some positive note, that yeah, there could be good conversation also happening because they start
Right.
talking, and and it's easier in that way. So it
Right.
may take longer, but it's not possible to
Right.
like sleep train a toddler. Yeah,
I think that's good to know, because I'm sure there's parents out there that are like, oh, it's too late for me. So it's not too late. You
exactly.
can always sleep train your baby.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. This was all great information. I think that's all we have time for today.
Right.
Thank you so much, Vardayini, for doing this.
Thanks, Gauri. Thank you so
And
much.
for everyone that's watching, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to
Yeah.
email us at info@fertilihealth.com, or you can also leave comments in the comment section below, or questions, and we'll hopefully address it in our next video. All right, thanks
Great.
everyone.
Thank you.